I seriously need to stop sitting on a lot of this content that I record, but you are back tuned into the Underground. My name is Mbaya, and I go by the Doctor. Today is Thursday, so I decided that I will upload a throwback for y'all. And in this video, this will be a taper and a lineup. It's not going to be a tutorial, more so of a day in the life or just an experience with me and how my appointments go. This is a longtime friend of mine that has been supporting my business for some time. This is TP. The homie is definitely an entrepreneur, and he is going to, of course, make some special requests as most clients do, which will be a surprise to some, but this is stuff that I get dogged out for in the comment section. So check this next clip out.
Right away, I feel you inching up towards the top. Yeah. Can we go short up here? Up top. So you see how it's like it comes all the way down here. Can we make it go up here more so it's not so many baby hairs hanging down?
Length, or you just want me to push into that?
Man,
if I do the length,
yep,
you'll be straight. And
right.
Just line it.
And just line it. Yeah, I would say push into it.
Push into it.
Yeah, because there's too many baby hairs coming down.
Okay.
Yeah, and I want them shorter like this. They're like this. I want it up some.
All right.
So that when I pull it back and get a different type of braid, I don't have all these baby hairs hanging down that are uneven.
Yeah, I know y'all heard the same thing that I heard very clearly. My man's just pretty much requested for me to be able, he allowed me to push him back, y'all, is all I'm trying to say. All right. So yeah, anyway, like I say, this is not a tutorial video. I just need y'all to check this out. Watch through. This is how my appointments pretty much go. I have a lot of talkers. I have no TV in my room. We just do the music and pretty much stare at these walls and chop it up. But this is how it goes down. Everything. I ain't trying to miss no opportunities no more, man. And
right.
You don't necessarily need other people, but you do. Network, it's important, you know what I'm saying? We overlook a whole lot, and I'm speaking for myself too. It's just I overlook a lot because I'm always over here, you know, I'm off by solo, this and that. Like somebody literally was like, "Are you ever gonna open another shop?" Recently, and this was like literally last week. I was like, "Nah, I don't know if I want to do all that." It's like that shop, it's dope. It gets you money, but you don't got a team, yeah, you're over. You know what I'm saying? You're done. You're just wasting time. You know, like you need to have solid people on your team. If you don't got those people, you just park it, call it quits. Literally. You know what I'm saying? Like you can do it alone, but you know, especially if you have a family of people that you can actually, you know, like trust. Some people have that habit of saying, you know, family is not good for business. Like, yeah, with the wrong family, I guess. Sometimes family could just be people that are right there in front of you. You don't even know it.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Because you're not blood related.
Right.
You know, but that's a whole other conversation. It's just, I'm trying not to be missing opportunities.
That's all right. So we touching on that basis again, right? They don't ever tell you. They tell you go get the loan, go get the LLCs. It's this much. They tell you the little gems, right? But they don't ever tell you how they did it, right? Yeah. And we just as a culture, let's forget race, right? Us as a culture, right? As just people that are down here and not up there, we always want to do shit on our own. Yeah. So we won't go hire somebody. They don't tell us to go hire somebody. They don't tell us to go hire a manager to run our store. You know what I mean? They put the pride curse on us. You know what I'm saying? To the point we're like, nah, we do it all ourselves. We don't need to hire nobody. Why? Because you can't trust nobody. But they don't tell you, look, it took me 4 years to be able to trust somebody at the front register. I was getting stolen from every other week, 2 days a week. Sometimes it'd be once in a blue moon. Sometimes it'd be this. Sometimes it was a pattern. I done got into fights. I done had to fire people on the spot that had, you know what I'm saying, families at home, all because of a choice. They don't ever tell you that part.
And sometimes you can literally pretty much, you know, get emotional over little stuff. There's letting go of people, and there's also having to manage them, because you got to realize who you're working with or dealing with,
right?
And you know, handle them accordingly. But that's why we have so-called HR with these other corporations. The people that handle HR is not management.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
They're not the floor manager or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They're not logistics. If it's like some kind of shipping or, you know, the analytics of what's the sales looking like, you know, what are we doing out here? It's a whole different team. Now we're talking on a bigger scale, depending on what the company is. But there's a reason for all of that. Like, there's no reason if, let's say, decided to put a receptionist in the front. That receptionist should definitely have an idea of what everybody's traffic is going to be and ask, who are you seeing today? Okay, hang out for a second. Let's hit them up and let them know that you're here. They'll be with you in just a moment. But we don't have that system because everybody's independent over here. Now that goes back to what you were saying earlier. Everybody wants to be their own. You know what I'm saying? No, there's structure here. I'm not taking away from this. It's just everybody wants to do their own thing.
Right.
This, you can either win at it or really fail miserably. You know what I'm saying? We're in here barbering, beauticians, nail techs, masseuse, I forget what else is in here, tattoo artists. It's a lot. But think about it. What's today? Wednesday? How many people are here? You got 3 cars in the parking lot. I forget who else is here. Probably another lady. Where's everybody else at? You feel me? My lady, she's gonna be here at what time? Around 4? You see what I'm saying? It's still flow. No matter what, you gotta keep that motion. But how many people really on that? Somebody could be using it.
Right.
But it's just having the whole idea of both me and her being right here. And look, I'm trying to take advantage. Me and her being right next to each other, because we don't get sick of each other. You know, we don't.
Listen, that's another gem that they didn't tell us. That business it's not family oriented. So that means that it's a bachelor's world. Which means that really entrepreneurial skills and challenges and the bumps in the roads that you should be going through should be at 18, 19, 20. So that you could be set up, because if you're trying to do it now, which we doing it, right? But if we look back and say, if there's one thing I could change, obviously it would have been, I would have started earlier, but it wouldn't have been because I would have been well off. I would have been ahead of the game. I would have been this. It would have been because, nigga, it's not family oriented. And it's really meant for, the world is really meant for single people. It's not, there's too many, it's too many distractions for family.
That part.
And that goes both ways.
The things that I'm learning now, I think you can agree with, really wish I knew them 10, 15 years ago. Talking high school, I wish I knew them then. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you said it earlier, late to the party. Man. Late.
You feel me? And that's the biggest ego killer right there. That's the biggest depression setter. That's the biggest anxiety inducer. Is there's 2 sides to it. It's the heads and it's the tails. So yeah, we late to the party, but that's also fear of missing out. You got fear of missing out, you already lost.
It's not easy to keep up with that. Gloves went from $10 to $20, $30 a box. And I there's times where I'll drop a glove. I can't pick that glove up. I gotta leave it on the floor. You know what I'm saying? So trying to explain that to somebody sometimes, it's like, that glove stayed on the floor because it's unsanitary for me to just pick that up and put it on for the sake of saving $1. Nah, because I could bump this person up, have all kinds of infection that I can't afford, because that's different. We can get into lawsuit territory. Straight. You know what I'm saying? It may not impact me financially, for example, but for the business, that person's gonna go and spread the word and say, yeah, that fool's dirty. And it could even be his own doing. Or her own doing. Not even my fault. You know, because there's this thing some people do. Like imagine when I get done with your line right now and you scratch right at the line, but there's no telling what you touched before. And whatever that debris, whatever that bacteria that's on your
got no
fingertips.
pores.
Got no pores. Most people don't think about that.
No.
Kids break out like that all the time, and their moms, their dads freak out. They lose it. And it's like, damn. But it's not really my doing right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but guess who did the service? Me. So I'm gonna catch some of that heat, of course.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how, I want to look at it. So, but you know, it's just there's a liability.
Right.
You know, some of them.
Hey, by the way, I feel you inching up towards the top.
Yeah.
Can we go short up here?
Up top.
So you see how it's like it comes all the way down here. Can we make it go up here more so it's not so many baby hairs hanging down?
Length, or you just want me to push into that?
Man,
because if I do the length,
yep,
you'll be straight. And
right.
Just line it.
And just line it. Yeah, I would say push into it.
Push into it.
Yeah, because there's too many baby hairs coming down.
Okay.
Yeah, and I want them shorter like
right.
this. They're like this. Mm-hmm. I want it up some.
All right.
So that when I pull it back and get a different type of braid, I don't have all these baby hairs hanging down that are uneven. Bet.
Who did the braids?
My wife.
Oh, bet.
Yeah, she just
she
threw
got
something
down.
out. Yeah, she just threw something out.
Man, it don't get no better than that. Remember when my wife used to do my hair, man. That was probably the best. Just setting up an appointment with a braider.
Right.
Some days where it's like, man, this is a headache. Like, I just want the braids in there, man. You know? Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's a conversation I'll be trying to have with my pops as well, man. It's time for you to pass the torch.
You hit the 60s yet?
59.
59. All right. Yeah, cause my pops, he fell back on a lot of stuff, and for me, that's still a learning. I think I've told you that I'm still learning when it comes to property ownership. It's something that I never took a deep dive into. You know what I'm saying? It was just kind of like, okay, that sounds like a great idea. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why, like, I still rent right now. I was just kind of like, yeah, that sounds like a headache. And a lot of stuff after the shop turned me away from ownership. Not because of some kind of fear, just kind of move more strategic. Because I was seeing where my landlord was lacking, what he wasn't doing. And I'm like, okay.
I remember you telling me that too, yeah.
Why is he able to take care of this? And I started realizing the expense and why he was having some, you know, just a janky electrician coming by to just do who knows what. And I remember one day I'm like, hey, you mind if I just see some credentials real quick? You don't have to see nothing, he said. I'm like, what company do you work with?
Right.
Because I'm paying rent here.
Right.
I have to understand what's going on.
If I go to plug something in and something,
I don't care what insurance I got on this place. That's cool. I'm really hoping we don't gotta go there, because it's just, as much as people come up on stuff like that, I don't want to go through it. I really don't. It's setting me back. I mean, it could also be a winning opportunity. I know people that really come off from that. You know, I think you say something interesting before you really like, and it could be nice and shiny, look amazing, but I really don't want that. I want something, you know, on a smaller scale, doing a job. Because we went to a restaurant while we were in Texas, Nigerian. We paid $119 plus tip. Forget what the total was. But I'm bringing this up because the service, horrible. The food, horrible. It wasn't like not edible. It was definitely edible, but I eat motherland style food on a regular, and for them to charge us that much.
Oh, he said, nigga, I know. He said, you see, I might not get down, but you know, I eat this on the daily.
I was like, this
ain't it.
There's no reason they should be upcharging that much for plates that were probably worth $20 a piece, based on the quality and how small they were. Because this is not it. The rice ain't on point. The full food ain't on point. The meat is so damn tough. It's like, you know, big pause. And what are y'all doing?
Make it.
Yeah. Like, you can barely bite into the chicken. And I'm not talking because it's organic chicken. It was just kind of like, yo, what is happening? Who's back there? Y'all got somebody nephew? Because we need somebody grandma back there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need no 20-something-year-old. We need a 50-something-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
You know, putting that elbow into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's somebody grandpa back there. For real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was disrespectful, yo. I was just like, $100 is not a lot for a meal, but if I'm paying that much, I'm expecting y'all to, like, the girl that was servicing us, she just was mad rude, not happy to be there. Even the tip we left her didn't make her smile. We're gonna tip you. We in the service business. We understand what it means to get tipped. I don't live for tips, but I know it does put a smile on that face.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that didn't do nothing for us. I was just like, yeah, okay. We'll let that ride. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not gonna turn up in here. And maybe we showed up on a bad day. I'm gonna give y'all the benefit. You know what I'm saying? Because people have bad days. I let them have that bad day. You know what I'm saying? I'm still going to pay what you're asking. I'm not going to. You're kidding me. You know, this is what you want for that. You know, like, I don't know what they're going through. Maybe our play was just a bad one that day. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll go ahead and give them a bad review.
Mm-hmm.
That would be horrible.
Right.
A bad review can go a long way. People go looking for bad reviews for something that looks perfect. And it just was kind of disappointing, though. It was very underwhelming because of how they promote it. I was like, really? This has one of the best reviews? And we got that? I was like, oh, yeah, no. We're not. We're not doing this. But that's just the world we live in. People definitely like to go with the flow of just, you know, horrible treatment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
because it goes back to you're gonna pay anyways. You're already here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know, I heard a little skit the other day. He this nigga on the 2 or the gram, bro, but he always be eating food. And he have his daughter come up. His daughter be having random skits. Like one of them was like, my daughter brought her pimp home or something like that. Another one was like, she was on the phone and she was just like talking about banks and talking about it'll hit your account, you know what I'm saying, within 24 hours. And he eating food. He was like, yeah, baby girl, I know you got a job at the bank. And she was like, the bank, job. She was like, yeah, you got no job. She was like, come on, you're scamming folks. And then her explanation was, it's on them. It's their fault. They done, you know, shot me the money, or they done gave me their name, or they done, you know what I'm saying? It's on them, it's on them. Man, when she said that, I looked around and I was like, yo, and if you think about it, right? Everything in life is like that. You step out, go to McDonald's, nigga, something go wrong, that's your fault. You gave them people your money. You went there knowing for years like that. You know what I'm saying? If you were to go out to anything, bro, go out to the bar, go out to get clothes, go out and be late on your bills, like, it's back to that topic. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's your fault. You can't be mad at the company. You can't be mad at this. You can't be mad at, you can't look at a millionaire or a billionaire or a company like AT&T and be like, man, y'all got billions and millions of dollars. How come y'all don't do this and do that, do this? And they looking like, you gave us your money. You didn't have to. You could have still had a landline. You know what I mean? You ain't need a cell phone. You could have still had a trap phone at the on home base. You know what I'm saying? So I just started looking shit like, man, bro, accountability. You gotta hold yourself accountable. It's really like you gotta hold your life accountable. Everything is here for you to grab, and it's also here for you to use. And how you use it and how you grab it is all based upon yourself.
That's facts. Because one thing people don't do, like, what time did you get up today?
I got up at 6.
Yeah. But think about how early that is for some. You know, so I got up maybe just a little bit of hour before you. I had to get a little workout in real fast. 6 o'clock, kind of winding down, kind of put something in my stomach.
But
by 7, I'm getting my daughter ready. Then, you know, of course, just prepping myself to get up here because you were first. You know what I'm saying? And think about what you did after 6 o'clock. I don't know if it was a ton, but it's definitely a lot. It's more than most. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So some people don't really use their time. We all got the same amount of time. It's just what are you doing with your time? You know what I'm saying? And you know what's your plan? You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like,
you sound like a football coach right now.
For real. Like, why are you even waking up?
Yeah. We used to get told like the team you playing, the dude that's number 1 in the state, put his pants on the same way you do. One leg at a time. He put on a pair of socks and shoes. He do everything that you do. What's the difference? The difference was his why. Why is he doing this? Why is he getting up? Why is he trying to be the best?
Yeah, man.
And if that why ain't strong, and if that why ain't significant enough to do some damage, you ain't gonna make it the marathon. You ain't gonna make it no 12 rounds. You're gonna get knocked out. You ain't gonna be able to last.
I'm seeing a lot of that right now. You know, where it's just there's no sense of direction with what some people really are doing. I like to see the beginning stages of anything. I don't care what it is, because I can visualize where the projection of where they're headed. I don't know. That's something that kind of I think I picked that up from my dad, which I'm upset sometimes that this will get
Listen,
old.
I just said it's a gift of the curse, ain't it?
Yeah,
it's a gift of the curse.
I'm like, dang. Knows how to like just kind of. He knows how to instill certain things in people, but it's what he does. You know what I'm saying? But it's just I've always appreciated it. You know what I'm saying? He can pull the best things out of anybody and just highlight them and help them focus on that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not seeing any of that for people. Like, people have major, just, you know, like, amazing, you know, features about themselves, or just, you know, how well-rounded they are, but they're not aware of it. It's like, dang, you know, you need to start using that. So there's a lot of people just kind of in limbo. Like, think about if you get to a point where you're poor. People always throw that word around there. Man, we poor. It's like, yo, you don't know what the hell poor is. You know, like, the dude on the street ain't even poor.
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
Look, what's up? Let's start there.
Yeah.
Shit different.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because there was somebody that did contact me the day of, and I just happened to have you know, opening. Yeah. I was like, yeah, but bring gas. It's not gonna go down. You know. Like, there's times where I do take cash, you know, but that's based on like some people that come in regularly. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh yeah, you wanna pay cash? Oh, you can pay cash. Right? Pay it in advance. We'll book you manually, whatever. You punch in your stuff. That, you know, we set. But yeah, yo, my both accounts, the freaking LLC and the platform I use to book crashed. They all have a headache. But that's what we have, emergency credit and stuff like that.
Right.
So everything pretty much was handled well, accordingly. But imagine if you don't have
those cushions set up. Yeah, think about that. Push of a button. You're like, I ain't doing no business today.
Unfortunately. But I bring that up because what did they need $3 grand for? I would have gave them half and not wanted it back. If they were in that much of a jam. Here's 15. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? It's yours. Do what you gotta do. I've learned certain things when you hand it out.
Oh, to give it to them instead of
not wanting it back.
Yeah, you're right.
If you're asking me for $3 grand,
Mm-hmm.
you can ask the bank for that. but it says a lot about your situation unless you just don't want that on your credit, which I don't know why you wouldn't want that on your. But then again, I mean.
Or you don't have credit, or you know what I'm saying, and that makes
Yep.
me think like, yeah, how come you ain't got credit? Or how come you fucked your credit up? Like,
You don't seem.
That's a smart man though, right there. Like what you just said, like, oh, you asked for free, like I'll give you half.
Yeah, it's yours.
With no expectations in return, no nothing.
I don't need no favors. Hey, you down bad, I got it.
Right.
If I don't got it, I don't got it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just very, very interesting, some stuff, and how it plays out. So I've been trying to be careful over the years. I remember handing somebody like half a grand. I didn't want it back. Only for them to go turn up with it. You know. I'm like, word. Turn up. I don't know if this was celebrating, you know, because they were asking everybody they knew for a little bit of contribution here and there. And eventually, I guess they had enough. And it felt that call for celebration. And that's how they handled that. It is what it is. If you're in a jam and you get more than you need, I would do something with that money. I'll tell you this, and a lot of what I do goes into the business.
Right.
I mean, what's gonna make me money? It goes into this. Like, there's a lot of stuff I really fell back on. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. You gotta put a lot of money into the business.
That's another gem that they told us, but didn't show us the tail part of it. You know, they just showed us the heads part. And when you get the business and you become an entrepreneur, like it's a necessity for the first 5 years that you don't take any money. And you pay yourself out of your company or business, and you pay yourself something generous, not anything greedy, but something where the bills can be kept. You know what I'm saying? You got a couple dollars to spend at the end of the week. Other than that, go back into the business for at least a few years.
I try not to play myself.
I'm leaning back.
Yeah. It's not pinching nothing on your braids, is it?
Nah, no.
Yeah, because I've learned my hard lessons. Try to be on point out here, man. You got time for
Can we clip the ends on the stash?
Yep.
Clip them.
Yeah, for sure. Gonna get all that tight. Let me just get this up top real quick. Out of here. About the day. Like I was saying though, man, I can't be out here playing myself. Because like I said, if somebody can't borrow money from the bank, because that's where you want to go. In the world we live in, I mean, I don't recommend it. Don't put yourself in a hard spot. And you might not be able to come out of that debt. You know, because small payments, minimum payments can be made on these loans. Paid down. There's no way you should be missing them. I've done goofy stuff where I've missed payments, had accounts get blocked and stuff. Just goofy stuff. Like, hold on, what y'all mean? I blocked my account? Well, you were late on that payment about 90 days, my guy. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, likewise, bro.